But Billy I never hear, he no hear. Billy I no hear. A big man ball game. Big man ball game, me tell Billy Big man ball game, me tell Billy But Billy I never hear, he no hear.
During this World Cup, when my friends and I get together, we freeze the players. We put the star player and the goalkeeper on the same piece of paper and freeze it in the freezer, always in the same glass.
It is a really nice jersey and I always wear it when I play soccer with my friends. And for the semi-final and final, since tomorrow is against England, I will wear the one that belonged to my dad. I wore it in the last World Cup and we won, so I am going to wear it again.
Okay, let's get one more. Yeah, man, these people are gone. All praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutation to the elect. And all the people, and all the brothers pushing this work in sincerity and truth. This is a brother of mine from James, Toronto, coming at you with another video, right? These people are gone, man. You know, the World Cup has ended, and I pulled these videos up. I had them since last week, right? Or whenever the World Cup final was, because I saw a lot of people already made up their mind that these athletes are their idols. These athletes are their gods, right? Mortal men like themselves, right, are being idolized, just as in the days of old, right? And not just the people who are watching on the sidelines, but the players also idolize this Messi guy, man, right? And you can clearly see that dude is set up to be a stumbling block onto these people, because that dude is an asshole, man, right? typical celebrity, right? But the fact that our people really are worshiping these athletes, because that's the only thing that they can relate to, right? The real men of the Lord are going to worship Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, right? These men can be killed. They can die all of a sudden, right? They can experience sudden death. They can experience famine. They can experience destruction. They can experience assassination, right? But then you're still gonna worship these men, right? You're worshiping the creature other than the creator. Listen, man, these are the, like I saw a Bangladesh youth there. He was foaming at the mouth, right, crying. I saw a Jamaican youth. He almost lost his breath, man. Well, he lost his breath. He caught an asthma attack, right? He couldn't contain himself, And if our people put that much energy and worship into Yahweh Shem Yahushai, then we'll be better off, right? Their lives will be better off. How do you worship another man, right? And people in this truth always talk about, GMS, they worship men. We reverence our elders and we worship Yahweh Shem Yahushai, right? But look at these people in the world. Their idols are their gods, right? Because some dude can kick a fucking ball. You worship that dude. Some dude can bounce a ball off his head into a fucking goalpost. Are you kidding me? A dude can shoot a basketball. A dude can hit a home run. And you're going to worship these men? And that's why the Lord always disappoint all of you niggas when you meet these idols of yours to treat you like shit, right? Because you put them on that pedestal to treat them like a god, and then when they meet you, they treat you like a fucking servant. All right? You're the same one that put them in that position, but they treat you as if you're nothing. Right? But when you worship Yahweh Bashim Shai in spirit and in truth, you get everything, man. You get that Rakal Kodash, first and foremost, right? You get to find out who you are, right? You get the knowledge and understanding of the Heavenly Father and how He wants you to live. You come back to the true essence and the true roots. You come back to your culture, right? But our people don't want that culture, man. They want to be to worship other men. They want to be worship holidays. They want to worship other holidays of the other nations, right? Let's get into Matthew for real. Actually, let's get Exodus Exodus 20 and I think 3. Yeah, let's start at 3. Exodus 20 and 3. And it says, I'll start at 1 actually. And Yahweh Bashim El Shai spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy power, which is Yahweh there, right? Which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Verse 3, thou shalt have no gods before me. And that goes to men also, not just idols that's made by man hands, but also men, because Messi's being idolized, Ronaldo's being idolized, LeBron James being idolized, right? How do you idolize other men that can be sick just like you, right? How can you idolize other men that can lose their lives just like you? That's the same thing that happened. That's why the Lord had to get rid of the first world, right? Because the giants, which you're seeing giants again, Messi is a giant. Ronaldo is a giant. Any celebrity that's being reverenced is a giant. So don't get it twisted. There were men of renown, right? And there were multiples. There were millions back then. Just like how there are millions right now. But they had more power back then, right? They were doing amazing things. They were being politicians just like now. They were being kings. They were being rulers, right? They were being sport athletes. They were being men of entertainment, right? Who knows whatever service they picked up on the earth, But at the end of the day, you turn into gods. They and that was the holy seed back then. Now we're seeing the holy seed do the same thing, and I don't know if Messi's an Israelite, because this dude moves like a real prick, man. He moved like an Edomite, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay, he could be an Israelite. I don't know. At the end of the day, because there's a lot of favors that's being showed to him, and people, he obviously, he has a so-called complexion for the protection in this world, right? And even they themselves think that they're Edomites. Okay, so they have that spirit of an Edomite on them, man, looking down on everybody else, right? And most of them could be Naphtali, but a lot of them are Edomites. Okay? Are people scattered amongst the heathens? Yes. But Argentina is known to be from Germany, which I'm like, our people are all over the place, but they brought them down there to pretty much whitewash that country of Argentina, right? And those those guys know that they're from that lineage of those Europeans, right? So can they be Israelites? Yes. Can they be Edomites? Yes. So that's up to the Lord at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Verse 4, thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath. And that's what you're doing with these men. Messi is being set up as an idol. You go to the islands, when Messi came to the Caribbeans to play in Jamaica, the way they treated that guy like a god, man. They worship the ground that he walks on. I think I made a video about this Jake, who said he's never going to wash that shirt again. he's gonna frame it and leave it there because Messi wore it. Okay, or there isn't no water underneath the earth. Let's get Matthew 4. Matthew, is it 4? Is it 10 and 4 or 4 and 10? Shit, Salakia. Matthew. Let's see if it's 10 and 4. Let's see if it's 10 and 4. Okay, hold on. The book of Matthew. Worship the Lord with all your heart. Hopefully it pops up. So there's another one in Matthew here, 22 and 37. It says, thou shalt worship the Lord, thou shalt love the Lord thy power with all thy heart and with all thy soul and with all thy mind, right? And not loving these entertainers, man, because they will lead you astray. So that's how you know majority of the world, they're gonna follow these celebrities all the way to the chip, right? To the CHIP. They're gonna follow these celebrities all the way to the chip. All right. That's how you know. These celebs are gonna be used, so to speak, to coerce these people into being mindless eaters, right? Into bowing down to the system even more because they're already bowed down, right? They're gonna do the same thing. Whatever their celebrities say, that's what they're gonna do, because if all this catastrophe can come from one person winning or losing a game, right? That's celebrated on a worldwide stage. They're gonna use these celebrities to push that idol, the main idol. Okay, they're gonna use your idols to make you worship that idol. You know. Let me finish it off with Ezekiel. Ezekiel, I think 14. I think the main point is at 3. All right. Ezekiel 14 and 1. Then came certain of the elders of Israel unto me and sat before me. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, these men have set up idols in their heart and put the stumbling block of their iniquity before their face. Should I be inquired of at all by them? Yeah, so men always set up idols in the men of Israel, right? That you see right now, these children that you see looking up to these football players, basketball players, these are idols set up in their hearts. These are gods to them. Okay? And why do you think they're on their walls? They're on their walls for a reason. They have posters, right? And people might, people in the world might, oh, that's you're reaching. I'm not reaching because we all used to be one of those men, right? You put those guys on the walls. You might not pray to them, but you have them in their heart. Like that's the way you think that they move. That's how you move. You play ball just like them. You try to rap just like them, right? You try to do everything just like them. If they start drinking a certain drink or promoting a drink, you start buying that drink. Start eating the food that they eat. Okay? So those men are idols. And I made another video of these people setting up putting these football players in the freezer to freeze them out. Right? That's witchcraft, man. Right? And our people are deep into witchcraft. The crazy thing is, I always notice this, right? They always look down on the Haitians for talking about the Haitians are evil and they're demonic. But they do the same thing as the Haitians, man. Right? You go to Dominican Republic and they look down on the Haitians. Oh, they do witchcraft. But then you go to Dominican Republic and they do Santeria. Right? A version of the same thing that the Haitians are doing. Witchcraft is witchcraft. Okay? It doesn't matter where it comes from. You guys are all doing the same shit. Doing the same thing. Worshipping idols, throwing up veneration to the devil, right? To Baphomet, whomever you praise, Ogun, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord don't care if you think that person witchcraft is the evil and yours is good. You're all doing the same thing, you know. And now people are forbidden to not do witchcraft, man, because the wages of that is death. You're gonna put players in the fridge and freeze them out. That's the same thing people do when they're trying to do love spells, man. That's a spell that she just casted on those players for no reason, because this thing is all, it's a stage, right? They already knew who was gonna win this World Cup even before you idiots put your heart and soul into and emotions into this game. It's just a game, right? But people look at this as it's a religion, it's a cult. But then they tell us that we're in a cult. Everybody caught it up when the World Cup came and went. Okay? So that's all witchcraft too, man. You know, it all goes hand in hand with idolatry. Witchcraft is idolatry, right? Because you're giving veneration to something that's not Yahweh Hashem El Shai. And all you tribes should be ashamed of your fucking selves. What's an idol? Definition. Define idol. An idol is a physical image or object worshipped as God, or any person, celebrity, or thing held in high esteem or adored with blind devotion. Shalom.